All right, get this. Today's deep dive is all about, well, you. Specifically, that feeling you get when you just know you've got this, you know, that inner confidence thing.
Yeah, like that go-getter energy.
Totally. Turns out it's not just some random feeling. We're talking about the Solar Plexus Chakra today.
Ah, the solar plexus.
You got it. Got a bunch of research and notes here. Let's see what we can unpack.
It's definitely more than a feeling. It's like your core, your powerhouse. That's your solar plexus chakra.
Okay, hold on. Not just some mystical thing, right?
No. This is real deal.
Yeah.
It's an energy center. Right in your upper abdomen. It's about willpower, self-worth, how you put yourself out there in the world.
Okay, so it actually impacts how we show up, how we act.
100%. It's the driving force behind your motivation, your confidence. When that solar plexus is balanced, you just radiate this self-assuredness, decision become clearer, boundaries, you know what I mean? You go after what you want.
Yeah, I like the sound of that. What about when it's, well, not so balanced?
Oh, for sure. When it's out of whack, it can show up in a bunch of ways. Low self-esteem is a big one. Indecision. Maybe you struggle to get going on things.
Definitely been there.
Right? Or the flip side, you become, controlling. Can't let go.
You know, now that you mention it, I have been putting some things off lately. Even small stuff feels overwhelming. Is that my solar plexus?
Could be. Actually, yeah, the research we're looking at even links a kind of weak solar plexus to things like, get this, digestion problems.
Yeah.
And struggling to finish projects. All about that stifled fire energy.
Wait, fire energy? Where'd that come in?
Okay, so this is where it gets really interesting. The solar plexus. Fire element, big time.
Hold up. Literal fire in my stomach. That doesn't sound...
No, not literal fire. More think of it symbolically, The energy of fire. Transforms things. It burns away, purifies, makes space for the new.
Okay, I think I'm getting it.
Yeah.
So we have this energy center connected to confidence, drive, and it's all about fire. Okay, so if it gets out of whack, can you actually fix it, strengthen it? Or are we just stuck with what we've got?
You are not stuck. You have the power to work with your solar plexus. There are techniques, specific things you can do to help you tap into that energy. Strengthen it.
Okay, now we're talking. Let's get into it. How do we reignite that fire?
Well, have you ever heard of affirmations?
Affirmations. Oh yeah, those positive statements you repeat, like I'm strong and things.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've messed around with those a bit. But honestly, it always feels kind of weird just talking to myself. Does that stuff really work?
It might feel a little silly, yeah. But there's actually research on this. I was looking at a study, and get this. The people who used affirmations, specifically about willpower, they actually did better. On tasks that needed self-control.
Wow, really?
It's wild. It's like you're training your brain, focus on the good stuff, those negative thoughts, kick them to the curb.
So it's more about shifting your mindset, not just magic wishes, right?
Right, exactly. Mindset is key when it comes to the solar plexus. Believing in yourself, your ability to do what you set out to do. And actually, speaking of doing things, you mentioned procrastination earlier.
Oh yeah, my specialty.
Well, another big technique to balance the solar plexus, just do something. Take action.
So jump into that project I've been putting off.
It doesn't have to be massive, just small steps. But do them consistently. Makes a huge difference.
Okay, I see what you mean. But sometimes even that feels tough. My energy is just zapped. Anything a little, I don't know, gentler.
Oh yeah, for sure. Here's a simple one. Sunlight.
Sunshine.
Really? Seriously? Spend some time outside? Sunlight boosts your vitamin D, right? That actually helps with your mood, your energy levels.
So catching some rays can help with what? Our inner fire?
Think of it like a little natural energy boost right to your solar plexus. And speaking of energy, fun fact, the color yellow, it's connected to the solar plexus too.
Wait, seriously, what? Should I, be wearing yellow?
Not necessarily wearing it, but you can totally incorporate it into your life. Yellow foods, for example, bananas, lemons, even sunflower seeds.
So it's more about the energy of the color, like a visual reminder of that solar plexus power.
You got it. It's all about aligning yourself, with that chakra's frequency.
I'm digging these simple techniques. What else is there?
Well, you mentioned yoga earlier.
Oh.
There are some poses that are great for the solar plexus. Warrior poses, for example. Strength, stability, both physically and energy-wise.
Okay, so picture this. I'm in warrior pose, feeling that inner fire, boom!
It's not just about the physical part, though. Your intention matters, too. As you're doing these poses, visualize, that energy in your solar plexus. building,
Ah,
radiating out.
I can already feel it. Before we get too carried away, though, let's go back to something you said earlier about the solar plexus and like finishing projects. What's the deal with that? So we're talking about that link between the solar plexus and actually getting things done.
Right, it's not enough to have the ideas. You need that energy to make them a reality, that willpower to take action, right? Push through the tough stuff. And that all comes from the solar plexus.
So if it's balanced, less procrastination, more follow through.
Exactly. That inner fire keeps you going.
So how does this all play out in like real life, day to day?
Okay, think of a project, anything really. Could be writing that novel you've always talked about, or I don't know, finally starting that workout plan.
Okay, I'm with you.
Now, picture yourself going at it with a strong, balanced solar plexus. You're confident, you're excited about it, roadblocks, no problem.
Right, yeah, I can see that. Makes a big difference. But what about those times when you're like stuck? No motivation. How do you tap into that solar plexus power when it just feels, I don't know, weak?
That's where all those techniques we talked about come in. The affirmations, getting out in nature, that yellow color energy, moving your body with intention. All those things help get that fire going again. Stronger.
So don't wait to feel motivated. You got to create the motivation.
Yeah. It's about making choices, Your thoughts, what you do, even the colors around you, all that can feed your solar plexus. Help you really step into your power.
I'm telling you, this has been eye-opening. I get this whole solar plexus thing now. It's like a whole new level.
I'm glad. It's been great exploring it with you. And remember, this is just the start, right? There's so much more to learn about the solar plexus, how it affects us, everything.
Totally. For our listeners who want to keep going with this, learn more, try these techniques, what do you suggest?
Always a good idea to do your own research, see what clicks with you. There are some awesome books out there, articles, all sorts of stuff. And of course, things like yoga, meditation, those can really help you connect with your solar plexus, like on a deeper level.
Love it. So as we wrap this deep dive up, what's one last thing you'd like to leave our listeners with?
Don't forget, you've got this incredible power inside you. It's called your solar plexus. Take care of it, listen to it, and let it guide you towards a life that, just feels brighter, more fulfilling. You deserve that.
Awesome. Couldn't have said it better myself. Thanks so much for sharing all this with us.
My pleasure.
And to all our listeners, keep exploring, keep growing, and keep that fire burning. Until next time.